Okay, check. Yep, okay. Here we go. Pardon the noise in the background. Wow, that's loud. Share the news feed. Alright, pardon the noise in the background, and this is my first attempt at trying to do one of these whiteboard things. And you know, actually, there's a couple things. I needed to, let's see, did I move this thing? Man, see, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing here. I need to get some other kind of lighting situation in here. It's really glary whenever I try and do any kind of stuff with the camera. You know, right now I'm using a softbox to do anything, but let's just see if I can't. Pardon the noise in the background. I got myself a bunch of dry erases and a little whiteboard, and having some trouble with the, like I said, I'm having trouble with the glare. I don't know if this one glares less. Got like a big one too, but maybe one of these days I'll have one of those easels up like all the professional YouTubers, but I'll think of something. Anyway, so this is going to be about side chaining. Hopefully you guys can hear over the background. There's a band practicing, but like I say, that's the real world for you. Anyway, I don't know if this mic, I don't know if I should adjust this mic or not. I'm not gonna. I hopefully you can hear me. I think you can. Anyway, so you guys are asking about side chaining. I'm gonna give you the commonest example here, which is the bass guitar. Let me try and draw a there's my bass guitar. Sorry, it's not the greatest thing. Let's say it's going to go into a compressor. You know, compressor probably has like a meter. Well, I'm not really a good artist here. But this is going to be your normal input, and this is going to be your normal output. Okay, is that clear enough? Hopefully. Sorry. So I'm plugging the bass guitar into the normal input, and if I were to compress it, whatever comes out the normal output is, you know, your bass guitar wave, for however you set your compressor. I love my compressor. I'm sorry. I'm not, like I say, I'm not an artist. What a side chain is going to be for, it's going to take something like a kick drum. Sorry for my drawings, but you know, put a little mic in front of there, and the compressor would have a side chain in, and that's what the detector listens to. And the detector is what's going to tell the compressor when to act and how hard to act. Detector. I got to get better at this. Sorry. So normally the detector would just be the input. It would be the same thing. And in complicated stuff like in our AIX DSP intuition compressor, you know, you're going to have like high pass filter and a low pass filter on your detector circuit. But normally your detector is going to be your input. How hard you hit the bass, that's going to tell the compressor how to work and when to work. But in this case, the detector is going to be listening to the kick drum instead. And so every time the kick hits, like let's say this is the kick signal, on, and this is the bass signal. Every time the kick hits, so this is your bass guitar playing, let's say you're playing steady notes. Every time the kick drum hits, it's going to turn it down. give you an example of that in a second. Okay, so you see, every time the kick drum hits, bam, 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 it's going to turn the bass guitar down. And that's a popular thing in, like, you know, in EDM. You hear it all the time. It's a rhythmic pulsing heartbeat of the song kind of thing, where the low frequency instruments are getting turned down. But in rock music too, we use that to keep the bass from muddying up with the kick drum and stuff. And so that's a sidechain. I'm going to give you an example of it in 2 seconds here. Let's see. Yeah, I really need some advice on some lights in here that won't. They're not going to be dark, but aren't going to glare up my cameras and stuff. And I don't really like the glare anyway. So anyway, we're going to show you some. Let me go to Reaper real quick. Turn off this camera. Okay, so I got 2 tracks in Reaper here. This top track is going to be a kick drum, or it's going to be drums. I'm gonna change it to just kick in a second, but okay, that's all that is. Let me make sure that this is working. I'm gonna show you some. Let me go to Reaper real quick. Just checking the kick drum. You know, I'm sorry that I always have to check whatever on here. I'm not that good at the streaming side yet. This top track is going to be a kick drum. Okay, sorry. I'm just waiting for this to catch up. I just want to make sure this is playing correctly. Okay, perfect. Okay, sorry about all that. I'm going to make this so this is just a kick drum. So let's see, how do you do this mix? I'm going to mute the snare. Hopefully this isn't still going to play out the overheads or something. Oh, of course it is. Of course it is. Oh no, there's just like 4 million snare thingers. Uh-oh, what happened to my video? Shoot. Crapo. Oh, Facebook, I don't know why you're having trouble playing this. That sucks, though. Okay, is there a way to just have a kick? Can I mute it? I can't mute it in the... Actually, let me make another take of this. That might work. No. Oh, that sucks. I mute it. I can't mute it in the... Actually, let me make another... Okay. Maybe if I just solo the kick. I only really need the one kick track. Oh yeah, okay, that's perfect. So we're gonna have that kick playing, and this is the bass. Let's just say let's playing a quarter notes on your bass. Okay, that's pretty good and annoying, right? So I'm gonna route. You know, in the old days, you do this with the patch bay. So I'm going to route this to the bass guitar track. So I'm going to send the kick track to the bass guitar track. In Reaper, I'm going to make extra track channels. So I'm going to tell this kick drum to go to channels 3 and 4. Sorry, yeah, to new channels. And this one's only got 2. Okay, and I'm going to do this pre-fader post effect, so I could turn down the kick if I wanted. So now this is routed. This the kick drum is going to the bass guitar track, and we're going to see in the multi-channel here. Let's just check that. So you can see that kick hit every time the kick's going. You see it on this meter. Okay, so that's working. So I'm going to put a compressor after this bass. Okay. In fact, I'll just put our intuition compressor, or maybe I'll put a recomp. It's a little bit simpler to see. Okay. So normally, let's show you how this would normally go. Yeah, I don't know why that. I don't know why the stream died. That sucks, but in fact. Well, that's interesting. Did it flip left to right? No, okay, good. Okay, so if I were normally doing this, you would just be, let's turn off that kick. If you're using the regular detector input, main input, this thing recomp is real simple and tells you everything, and you know, because it came from a simple dude. I'm gonna turn the ratio up all the way, turn the attack to 0. Yeah, I'm having a trouble with Discord for some reason. The Discord isn't showing me. What channel are you? Who is that? Non-locality. Okay, that's okay, so let me. Hey, are you actually watching the video? Can you see the video? I don't even see. I'm not on Discord right now. I don't think. Yeah, it could be. Let me fire up Discord. I was asking. People were asking about the sidechain thing, so that's what I'm explaining. Yeah, you're on Discord, right? So you can see. So it's not saying that I'm streaming on Discord, of course. It's just I don't know. But anyway, so here is the compressor. Yeah, let me know if you're actually watching this stream. Let me know. In fact, let me ask him. Yes, this really kills me that it should be going, but it's not working. Okay, anyway. Normally you'd have your bass input would be your detector input. So let's just play this. And when I put the compressor on, see it's turning down the bass, right? Okay, but that's not what we want to do here. We want to make it come from the kick drum. I'm going to turn the kick drum all the way down, so just trust me on this that the kick drum's playing, okay? And we're gonna change the detector input to the 3 and 4 input, okay? And I'm going to preview the filter, so we're going to hear what the detector's listening to, okay? Hear that kick? Okay, so that's what it's listening to. So now when in fact here let's play this. When the kick hits, it's going to turn down the bass. Hear that? Make it a little bit more extreme. More of the EDM mode, right? Okay, so that's a side-chained compressor. So the compressor is listening to the kick drum. In fact, let me put them both together. So you see how it even changes kind of the rhythm of the bass, right? But if you set the release time just right to the kick drum, you can make it sound like the kick drum's playing the bass. Okay, so that's that kind of sidechain. Now, if you're watching the Glenn Fricker video, you probably saw the thing with Paul Lonnie. Let me turn this kick up. Why is that so quiet? It's just weird. So what they were talking about, and let me put this back on here. Yeah, there was a. I'll put intuition on next. Let me see. So, the thing that Paul Lonnie was talking about. Actually, I'm going to use a gate for this. Let's see. Okay, so what they're talking about on that Megadeth Peace Cells album, they had an oscillator of some sort, and it just makes a 60 cycle. Let's say that's a 60 cycle wave, a sine wave. You can do this with different kinds of sounds, but that's kind of normally what you do, and that is going into a noise gate input. Okay. And so this is a gate, and the sidechain in is, again, it's going to be coming from a kick drum. I should have just left my beautiful kick drum drawing up there. Okay, so the gate is coming in from the kick drum. So let's say the kick drum again, bam, bam, bam. So the sine waves, it's doing nothing. It's completely empty, and then right when it gets here, it'll blip up when the kick drum goes. You know, in the real world, it takes time for things to happen. You know, but now we got look ahead and everything on our computers if you're not in real time anyway, or if you're not monitoring in real time. If it's not a live input, you can look ahead in time. So that's that thing. So let me see if I can do that in Reaper here. I wonder if I could actually use multi-band gate for this. I might be able to. But anyway, let me cut this. So this can be drums. And this is going to be the sine wave. So let's see. Do I have MDA? I might have. I really had the MDA synth. It was like a sub synth or something. MDA sub. No, not MDA sub synth. It's a tone generator. MDA test tone. Okay, this is perfect. Okay, so this is going to be in sine mode. Ooh, isn't that pleasant? Now, I'm not sure how this is going to go through the internet, but at 60 cycles. I'm gonna put this on something else to make it a little bit more obvious. I'm gonna put it a little bit higher. Hopefully on a phone or whatever you can hear that. I'm just gonna go really high for this. Okay, I know this is a super annoying pitch. Sorry about that. I'm gonna put a regate. Regate was made to do this. So again, I'm gonna route the drums to the wave track. So new channels 3, 4. So this is going to be listening. I'm going to make the noise gate's going to listen to the sidechain input, the auxiliary input in this case. Oh man, this modulation is driving me nuts. I'm talking right through it. Ouch. I'm just going to turn up the gate so you're not going to hear any noise or you're not going to hear that thing. Okay, shut that thing up. But if I were to preview the filter input, let me turn down these drums real quick. Let me see MIDI and not audio. Hold on, let me make sure I didn't do something dumb. Oh, it's getting MIDI, but it should be, oh, pre-fader. Okay, so we're hearing the kick drum on that track. I could turn this up a lot. Hold on. Okay, so what we're hearing, so that's what would be opening the gate. So let's see what if that actually works. So I'm gonna turn that track back on. Oops. So every time the kick drum hits, it should open this. Should play that sine wave. I mean, you could do something crazy and electronic with this, I guess. Let's see. Make a funny little. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, man, it really sucks. It's not getting to Facebook correctly. Let's see, test restream. See if this actually gets to Facebook. Yeah, I don't know why that thing croaked on you if you guys are out watching on Facebook. Okay, so anyway, yeah, I gotta figure out a better way to do the sketching stuff. So in real life, you'd probably be doing it. Everything's just broken. I don't know. It's always. Yeah, I always have the most technical trouble with the streaming stuff. Just sucks. Anyway, you wouldn't be doing it with this kind of noise, right? You'd be doing it with like 60 cycles. Let's see how that goes. Might not work if you're on a phone, but trust me, over here it is adding massive beef to this kick drum. It's just thump, thump, thump. Could be out of phase, you know, too. Let's flip the polarity for your pedants. No, it's kind of hard. I got a band in the background and stuff. But anyway, this is how you'd be doing it with that. That's how you added that big thick sound that Paul Lonnie was talking about on that video. Yeah, this really sucks that this isn't carrying through to Facebook. The video's showing, but the restream relay chat's not working. It says I'm connected. I don't know. I'm so tired of this streaming crap just breaking constantly. The other thing that Paul Lonnie was talking about. Let me just go back to the MIDI on here. I'm actually just gonna. Never mind. I'm gonna open the MIDI editor. I'm gonna ditch all the kicks real quick. Why didn't that work? There we go. So I'm just gonna have snares now. And notice the snares triggering the low frequency thing, so it's making like this massive, thick snare. Like really, I didn't really mean to show you that, but if you want to hear like that Def Leppard snare, that's one way to get it. Just kaboom every time the snare hits. And you know, in the 80s, we put tons and tons and tons of low end on the snare. But what I wanted to show you, and this is kind of more what you'd be doing with this thing. I'm gonna put some noise on here. So instead of that test tone, instead of that, I'm just gonna put noise. I'm gonna turn that down so it's not super annoying. So this is a white noise. You can do this with pink noise as well. You see, really annoying, right? I'm gonna turn the gate back on, and here's where things get really cool. Like I'm gonna, I'll show you that this is really gonna depend on how you set these the attack and release controls here. So let's see. First, I'm just gonna get the snare going. to open the gate with the snare. Okay, I'm going to turn down the snare for now. Okay, that's about pretty much useless, right? Watch this. I'm going to add some trap to that snare. Now you could really almost create a real trap sound out of this. I'm going to make the attack kind of long, and that's so that the real snare's attack can get through. So let's add the snare back in. So even if you didn't have a bottom mic, and if you just wanted a quick splat, you can do that too. And you can take off a lot of the attack. And so this is one of those things, if I were to throw an exciter on here, so that's when he was talking about the noise. That's what he meant. So anyway, that's the sidechain thing. I'm gonna have to rethink how I'm doing lights for the whiteboard and in my room in general. I can't stand the glare when I'm actually trying to get stuff done. But anyways, so that's your sidechain. That's what a sidechain is. That's what it does. Curses to you, Restream or Facebook or OBS or whoever broke this thing.